Hello, you guys. Hey, so April has been kind of a weird month, and I have found it extremely difficult to get through all of my books. I wouldn't say that I'm in a reading slump necessarily, but spring term started and I am in college, and it is kind of a heavier workload. So that has really taken a lot of my focus in the month of April. But I have 1.5 books left to read, and I'm confident that I'm going to get them read in the next week. I'm not too worried about it. But what we are going to do is our May TBR. Now, May is my birthday month. I'm very excited, which is why we have some wrapped books here, because I want to unwrap things for my birthday month. So we have numbers 1 through 18 in this little bowl, all folded up. I don't know. We're going to just kind of give it a zhuzh and then pull a number. And then we're just going to count. These are not numbered at all. We'll just keep counting from right to left. So let's get started. How exciting. Okay. I'm going to put this over here because okay, the first one is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I know what this is because this is the biggest book on here. Let's see. It is the North Wind by, what is her name? Oh, Alexandria Warwick. I will read synopses of all of these books at the end. So this is our first one. Exciting. Okay. Dropped it. Oh, 4. Excellent. Oh. Okay. While that looks like a 4 in the camera because it's backwards to me, it's a 1. It's kind of been that type of day. 1. I don't know what this is. Let's open it this way. Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. I'm actually really excited for this. I'm very excited for this. I was hoping it was going to be one of our book club picks, but it actually wasn't. So exciting. That's our second pick. I need to get comfortable. Ugh. Sometimes sitting on the floor and not slouching hurts. Oh, well how funny. That actually is 4. How funny. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wolf Gone Wild by Juliet Cross. Exciting. Stay a Spell, book 1. This is so fun. Oh, 17. Okay, because we know this is 18. This is 17. Look at how funny. We're getting all of the, not all of them, but these ones. Yay! God Killer by Hannah Keener. Keener. I can read. This has been on my TBR for a really, really long time. Yay! Exciting. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna do, what did I say, 7? Kind of want to do 8. Just because it's so fun. But we'll see. $13. We'll just go ahead and count this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Look at this. Oh, yay. The Fake Mate. I put a lot of romance, not a ton of. Actually, it's interesting because some of these books, I think I've gotten most of the fantasy books out of there, but most of them are romances. The Fake Mate. Exciting. That's book number 5. This is book 6. 14. Okay, let's see. I hope we have 14 books left on here. I don't think about that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We don't. So let's pick a different number. That's how I'm just going to handle that. Some of those bigger numbers. Do you see him? My beardy. 11. I do know we have 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is a very popular wrapping paper to unwrap. I think I know what this is. By the heft of it, I was wrong. I thought it was Mr. Fixer-Upper, but it's Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I am so excited to get into this series, this spin-off series. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's pull one more, and we'll see how I feel after that. We'll see how I feel. Five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another bigger one. And it's a hardback. Okay. A Fading Thin Blood by Danielle L. Gibson. I actually thought it was, what is the other one I put in there? Tempest of Tea. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're all pretty respectably big books. Well, like respectable books. I think I can do one more. I think I can do 8. Realistically, I think I can do 8 books. We'll pull one more. We'll just do one more. Nine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We didn't get any of this wrapping paper. Look at that guy. What is he doing? Oh, yes! I forgot I put this in here. I literally just wrapped these like 4 hours ago. Bride by Allie Hazelwood. Now, I have heard mixed reviews about this, but I am more than happy to give this a try. Okay. 8 books. I feel good about 8. But because really, if I like charge ahead and read more than 8 books, I can always come back here and unwrap a couple more. We'll put these up top. Okay. Our last pick was Bride by Allie Hazelwood. A vampire bride and an alpha werewolf form a dangerous alliance in this enthralling new paranormal romance. Misery Lark, daughter of a powerful vampire councilman, is an outcast. Her days of living anonymously among the humans is over. She has been called upon to uphold an alliance between the vampires and their mortal enemies, the Wares. Wares are ruthless and unpredictable, and their alpha, Lo Morland, is no exception. He rules his pack with absolute authority, but not without justice or feeling. It's clear from the way he tracks Misery's every movement that he doesn't trust her. If only he knew how right he was. Misery has her own reasons to agree to this marriage of convenience. Wow. Okay. Reasons that have nothing to do with politics or alliances and everything to do with the only thing she's ever cared about. And she's willing to do whatever it takes to get back what's hers. Okay. We're doing it. Put those back there. A Fate Inked in Blood. Pretty sure I've read these in previous videos, but okay. A shield maiden blessed by the gods battles to unite a nation under a power-hungry king while fighting her growing desire for his fiery son in this Norse-inspired fantasy romance. Bound in an unwanted marriage, Freya spends her days gutting fish but dreams of becoming a warrior and of putting an axe in her boorish husband's back. Freya's dreams abruptly become reality when her husband betrays her to the region's Jarl, landing her in a fight to the death against his son, Bjorn. To survive, Freya is forced to reveal her deepest secret. She possesses a drop of a goddess's blood, which makes her a shield maiden with magic capable of repelling any attack. And it's been foretold that such magic will unite the fractured nation of Skaland beneath the one who controls the shield maiden's fate. Believing he's destined to rule Skaland as king, the fanatical Jarl binds Freya with a blood oath and orders Bjorn to protect her from their enemies. Desperate to prove her strength, Freya must train and fight and learn to control her magic, all while facing perilous tests set by the gods. The greatest test of all, however, may be resisting her forbidden attraction to Bjorn. If Freya succumbs to her lust for the charming and fierce warrior, she risks not only her own destiny, but the fate of all the people she has sworn to protect. Hey, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Wild Love by Elsie Silver. Elsie Silver has become one of my most loved authors, mainly because while some of her writing is a little predictable, it's also just fun and easy to read, and it's not necessarily super repetitive. So I really like Elsie Silver. Okay, this is a spin-off. Think of Chestnuts. Is Elsie Chestnut Springs? I think she is. Anyway. Yes, Willa Grant. Chestnut Springs. Now I'm like doubting everything. Anyway, we're just going to read the back of this. She's been driving him wild for years. The good kind of wild. The bad kind of wild. But mostly the kind of wild that comes with wanting your best friend's little sister and knowing you can't have her. Forbes may have labeled Ford Grant the world's hottest billionaire, but all that he cares about is escaping the press and opening a record studio in the gorgeous small town Rose Hill. Something that comes to a screeching halt when he ends up face to face with a young girl who claims he's her biological father. Now he spends his days balancing business with parenting a sullen 12-year-old, all while trying desperately to keep his hands the hell off his best friend's sister, Rosie Belmont. After living in the city, Rosie came blasting back into town like a storm, beautiful, messy, and chaotic, and one wild-eyed, desperate plea for a job is all it takes for Ford to hire her. He vows to keep her at arm's length, tries to stick to scowls and grumpy one-liners, but with her, verbal sparring is a type of foreplay. Friction that soon turns to blistering heat. Ford knows damn well he shouldn't cross this line, but shouldn't and can't are two very different things. And the only thing he truly can't do is resist her. Yeah, so Ford is Willa's brother, and Willa is Cade's wife from Heartless, from the Chestnut Springs series. I did it. I made a background. The fake mate. Boom. Okay, two wolf shifters. I've read this like 4 times now for various different videos. Two wolf shifters agree to be fake mates, but unexpectedly find something real in the steamy paranormal romance comedy by Lana Ferguson. Mackenzie Carter has some very bad dates lately. In fact, she hasn't had a successful date in months. She's only a year out of residency, and her grandmother's obsession with finding her the perfect mate to settle down with threatens to drive her barking mad. Out of options, she feels like it's a small thing to tell her grandmother that she's met someone. That is until she blurts out the name of the last man she would ever date, Noah Taylor, the big bad wolf of Denver General. Noah Taylor, the interventional cardiologist and all-around grump, has spent his entire life hiding what he is. With outdated stigmas surrounding unmated alphas, Noah has been careful to keep his designation under wraps. It's worked for years, until an anonymous tip brings everything to light. Noah is left with 2 choices: come clean to the board and risk his career, or find himself a mate. The chatty, overly friendly ER doctor asking him to be her fake boyfriend on the same day he's called to meet the board has to be kismet, right? Mackenzie will keep her grandmother off her back, and Noah will get a chance to prove he can continue to work without a real mate, a mutually beneficial business transaction they both rationalize. But when the fake mate act turns into a very real friends with benefits arrangements, lines start to blur, and they quickly realize love is a whole different kind of animal. I think that sounds cute. Okay, God Killer. This has been on my list to read for months and months. And I've heard amazing things about this. Enter a land of gods and monsters, soldiers and mercenaries, secrets and wishes. Gods are forbidden in the kingdom of Midran. Formed by human desires and fed by their worship, there are countless gods in the world. But after a great war, the new king outlawed them and now pays god killers to destroy any who try to rise from the shadows. As a child, Kissin saw her family murdered by a fire god. Now she makes a living killing them and enjoys it. But all this changes when Kissin is tasked with helping a young noble girl with a god problem. The child's soul is bonded to a tiny god of white lies, and Kissin can't kill it without ending the girl's life too. Joined by a disillusioned knight on a secret quest, the unlikely group must travel to the ruined city of Blinradin, where the last of the wild gods reside, to each beg a favor. Pursued by assassins and demons, and in the midst of burgeoning civil war, they will all face a reckoning. Something is rotting at the heart of the world, and they are the only ones who can stop it. I also have Sunbringer, which is the second one of this, but let's get through that one first. Wolf Gone Wild. Okay, this is a chunky book. I don't know if the paper is just weighty. I mean, it's a 400-page book, but it feels heavy. What's the worst thing that can happen to a werewolf? Unable to shift into his wolf form for 3 months, Mateo Cruz knows all too well. His wolf alter ego has taken up residence in his head, taunting him night and day with vividly violent and carnal thoughts. Convinced he's been cursed, he seeks the help of a powerful witch to undo it before he literally goes insane. Evie Savoy has always obeyed the house rules of her coven. No werewolves. They're known for being moody and volatile. So when a quick-tempered werewolf strolls into the bar and almost strangles one of her late-night customers, she's ready to bounce him. But her heart softens when she sees the desperation in his eyes as he begs for her help. Maybe she can bend the rules, just this once. What Evie doesn't know is that Mateo's wolf has a mind of his own, and now that she's in his sights, he wants only one thing, her. I thought that just sounded kind of interesting and a little different. Butcher and Blackbird. This is, I don't know that anybody is like, has not heard of this book. It's, ooh, I've never opened it. That's a good sound. Okay, every serial killer needs a friend. Every game must have a winner. When a chance encounter sparks an unlikely bond between rival murderers, Sloane and Rowan, they find something elusive. The friendship of two like-minded pitch black souls who just happen to enjoy killing other serial killers. From small town West Virginia to upscale California and from downtown Boston to rural Texas, the two hunters collide in an annual game of blood and suffering, one that pits them against the most dangerous monsters in the country. But as their friendship develops into something more, the restless ghosts left in their wake are only a few steps behind, ready to claim more than just their newfound love. Can Rowan and Sloane dig themselves out of a game of graves, or have they finally met their match? For some reason, that just sounds really interesting. Okay, the last one is The North Wind, and I am actually going to have to, I think, get my iPad to read the synopsis of this. All right, so I'm going to read the synopsis of this really fast. Long before civilization, there were gods, and before the gods, there was the earth, the celestial bodies, and air-given flesh. They were the Anemoi, the four winds, and they have been banished to the four corners of the world. Wren of Edgewood is no stranger to suffering. Her parents are gone. Survival is all she knows. For 300 years, the land known as the Grey has been encased in ice, surrounded by a great barrier called the Shade, which protects the townfolks from the deadlands beyond. But day by day, the shade weakens. Only one thing can stop the shade's fall: a mortal woman taken captive across the barrier, bound in wedlock to the dark god who reigns over the deadlands. He is the North Wind, the Frost King, an immortal whose heart is said to be as frigid as the land he rules. And the time has come for the Frost King to choose his bride. This is described as lush, dark, romantic, introducing a newly reimagined tale written in the vein of Beauty and the Beast and Hades and Persephone. The North Wind is a standalone enemies to lovers fantasy romance, the first in a series sprinkled with Greek lore, perfect for fans of Jennifer L. Armentrout, Laura Thalassa, and Scarlett St. Clair. Very cool. All right. This was a Once Upon a Book Club. No. Yes. I think this was a Once Upon a Book Club special edition. It's really beautiful. It has these it's like topography, and then these each chapter heading has kind of these thorns throughout. Anyway, I'm very excited for that. That has been on my, that's been on my thing for quite a while, my TBR. So that's it. That's it. I still have some books on here. There are a lot of books on here that I still would like to read, but the numbers got chose for this one. So we're going to go for it. And that's that. Thanks for hanging out. Do your things, like, comment, subscribe, do all the things below. Let me know which one of these books you really enjoyed or maybe didn't enjoy, and why. And yeah, give me some perspective. Thanks so much, guys. I hope you have the best one.